customer like Blue Apron, hey, we've got domestic capabilities, but the reality is that customer is going to be served by the slow boat.
Interesting. Okay. So if we talk about some of the kind of competitors, right? World-centric, eco products, Be Green, Ultra Green, Fabrical. How do you think, where are they really good? What are they great at? What are they, how are they doing?
Well, so if we're just for the players that make fiber, you can add Playcon to that list. You and then you can add a bunch of Chinese suppliers that supply some of those brands, but also will go to market under their own brand. Bridgegate's one here in San Francisco that does a lot of food service volume. First Pack. I mean, there are a bunch of molded fiber companies that you go to a packaging convention and they're kind of on the perimeter there, and they'll make whatever. The tooling costs are ridiculously low. You have to deal with the challenge of trying to manufacture something halfway across the globe, but it's easy to kind of get in for a brand that wants to offer a fiber line to kind of pull something out of China and put it under their banner. But I would say, look, Huhtamaki is, but it's kind of they're in their own separate little league. Most of the so they don't really bump up against Be Green and World Centric, I don't think, because Huhtamaki isn't really going after the grocery retail space. That Fabrical and Playcon and Be Green and World Centric are. Playcon does a better job than the other companies I just mentioned. Their products are better. They've got a and I don't know much about where they're pulling them from. I'm assuming in China. Footprints is another company that I've heard of. I know there's some people in the industry from Expedex before it became Veritiv that started Footprints. They manufacture out of Mexico. I think they had some volume with Sprouts, but they're another small competitor. Be Green, World Centric. Playcon's bigger. I think Playcon's probably north of 250 million. Most of those sales are in plastic, though. Be Green, World Centric, they're small. They're very small relative to the other kind of plastic companies, and I don't know if I could say. I mean, what they do particularly well, I think it's that they're able to offer thermoform fiber. They've got a domestic sales presence that allows them to get the bids probably more easily than the Chinese companies can. They have catalogs that they've built now over several years, so they've got a lot of products that they can offer. I'm thinking of some other good things I can say about their business.
You don't have to say all good.
Again, but both those Be Green and World Centric, and I don't know anyone at Be Green anymore except for their lead salesperson, but for them they run into the same challenges that World Centric does. It's a supply chain business. It's not necessarily they're trying to be